Imagine it's the dead of night, you're sitting in a darkened room tuning an old analog receiver. You drift through the endless static until, suddenly, you hit something that doesn't belong. A mechanical, monotonous sound. Like the heartbeat of a machine, no music, no news, no human emotion, just this. This is UVB-76, known among radio enthusiasts as the buzzer. For over 50 years, this signal has been broadcasting from the Russian heartland to the rest of the world. 25 times a minute, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a sound that survived the fall of the Soviet Union, the end of the Cold War, and the dawn of the digital age. But why? Why would anyone spend so much effort and money to maintain a station that seemingly says nothing? For millions around the world, this sound is a symbol of an unknown threat, a digital fossil that refuses to be silenced. In the next few minutes, we will look deep into the bunkers, where this signal originates, deconstruct terrifying theories of nuclear retaliation, and examine the moments when this mechanical calm turned into pure chaos. To understand UVB-76, we have to look at the technology behind it. The station broadcasts on the shortwave frequency of 4625 kHz. Shortwaves have a unique property. They can bounce off the ionosphere, the upper layer of Earth's atmosphere. This means a signal from Russia can theoretically be heard by anyone from London to New York, provided they have a strong enough antenna. This isn't local radio. It's a global transmitter. But there's a bizarre detail. Sound analysis has revealed that the buzzing isn't generated digitally inside the transmitter. Instead, it seems there's a physical buzzer in a room somewhere in Russia, with a live microphone placed next to it, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We know this because over the years, sounds that shouldn't be there have been caught in the background. Doors slamming, footsteps, and even muffled voices of people speaking Russian. Imagine the job. Someone has to keep that machine running. Someone has to make sure the microphone doesn't fall. Why not use a modern computer? The answer is simple and chilling. Soviet technology is built to survive an electromagnetic pulse from a nuclear explosion. Vacuum tubes and mechanical switches are more resilient than modern chips. UVB-76 isn't a radio for people. It's a radio for the post-apocalyptic world. Most of the time, all you hear is that monotonous bzzz, bzzz. But a few times a month, the buzzing suddenly stops. There's a second of absolute, chilling silence, and then a voice, usually male, blunt, military. It reads a list of Russian names and numerical codes. Mikhail, Dmitry, Zhenya, Boris, 93882, NAIMINA 13413931. After the message is read, the buzz immediately returns, as if nothing happened. For years, it was believed the heart of the buzzer beat in a small town called Pavarovo, near Moscow. In 2010, a group of Russian radio enthusiasts and urban explorers decided to find this place. What they discovered looked like a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie, an abandoned military bunker, half flooded with water, with rusted doors leading deep underground. Inside, they found piles of old logbooks, ripped cables, and documents confirming that, for decades, the UVB-76 signal had indeed flowed from here to the entire world. But there was a catch. The bunker was empty and silent, even though the radio in their pocket was still buzzing. In 2010, the signal had suddenly moved, as if someone knew they were being followed. Today, it's believed there are multiple transmitters, one near St. Petersburg, another near the Estonian border. UVB-76 has become a moving target, a ghost that shifts its location to stay safe from the curious eyes of the West. But why would the military so jealously guard a station that just buzzes? This is where we reach the most terrifying theory. It's called perimeter, known in the West as the dead hand. It's an automatic nuclear retaliation system developed during the darkest days of the Cold War. It operates on a simple principle. If sensors detect a nuclear blast on Russian soil, and communication with high command is cut off, the system activates. According to this theory, the UVB-76 buzz is a dead man's switch. As long as the station buzzes, the system knows the world is in relative order. But if the buzzing stops, if it falls silent for a prolonged period without explanation, the system might conclude that Russia has been destroyed. At that moment, hundreds of intercontinental missiles hidden in silos across the country could launch. Automatically, the buzzing then is not a message. It is proof that humanity hasn't yet made that final fatal mistake. Perhaps the truth is much simpler. Maybe it's just a frequency test. Or secret spy communications. But in 2022, during a tense political climate, the station began broadcasting strange sounds resembling musical compositions, and even brief screams were heard. Internet users speculated whether the station had been hacked or if Russia was trying to send a warning. The more we know about UVB-76, the less we understand it. Next time you turn on your radio, listen carefully, because maybe, just maybe, the silence would be worse. Maybe the buzzer will still be there, mechanically and faithfully counting down the seconds of our world. Should we fear what it's broadcasting? Or should we be much more afraid of the moment when, once and for all, it falls silent?